Perfect. All right. Thanks for bearing with the technical difficulties. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I am Talia Timmons, as you know, but for those who may be joining us on Zoom or live stream, I'm Talia. I'm very happy to say that it might be a while before you see me standing up here again, since next week will be our first Shabbat with our new Kolbo, Cantor Angress. So that would be all so exciting. I'm very excited. But we are going to begin our Shabbat service this evening on page 5. So if you can please join me. I don't think you guys can see me at the moment. Vicki, can you see the Bima?
No, it's just black.
All right. For those online, sorry for the technical problems. Jimmy's on his way, and he can probably resolve all the things that I cannot resolve. I got the system turned on.
Oh, I can see you now.
Thanks, Jimmy. We're magically wherever you are. So, all right, awesome. Thank you. Okay, so page 5. Let's start off with Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Barchuni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Tzedchem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Please turn now to page 10 to join with me for Yedid Nefesh. Yedid Nefesh of HaRachaman, Mishoch Avdach El Ritzonach, Yaharutz Avdach Kemo Ayal, Yishtachaveh Mohadarach, Ki Erav Lo Yedidutach, Minofet Suf V'chol Ta'am, Hador Na'eh, Ziv HaOlam, Nafshi Cholat Ahavatach, Ana Elna Refana La, Beharot La Noam Tzivach, Az Tichazek V'titrapei, V'haitalach Shivchat Olam, V'tikyahemu Rachamecha, V'chusna al beno havach, Ki zeh kama nisoch nisaf, Lirot b'tiferet uzach, Ana eli machmad libi, Chushana v'yalti talam, Yigalena ufros chaviv alai, sukat shelomach, ta'ir eretz mikvodach, nahagila v'nismecha bach, maher ahuv kiva moed, v'choneni kimei olam. Please turn now, next page, to page 11, and join me at the top for L'chuna Ranana. L'chuna Ranana l'Adonai, nariya l'tzor yishenu, nekadma fanav b'todah, bizmirot nariya lo, ki el gadol Adonai, umelech gadol al kol Elohim, asher b'yado mekarei aretz, v'to'afot harim lo. Come then, let us bow and kneel. Let us bend our knees in the presence of Adonai, who formed us. We continue the next page at the arrow. Arbaim shana aku bedor, v'yomaram to'e levavhem, v'hem lo yadu derachai, asher nishbati v'he'api, im yivon el menuchati. Please turn now to page 13 and join with me for Shiru Ladonai. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru Meyom Liyom Yeshuato, Sapru Vagoyim Kevodo, Bechol Ha'amim Nivleotav, Ki Gadol Adonai, Mulal Me'od, Norahu, Al Kol Elohim, Ki Kol Elohei Ha'amayim Elelim Va'adonai Shamayim Asa, Hod V'Hadar Lefanav, Oz V'Tiferet Be'mikdasho, Havu Ladonai Mishpachot Amim, Havu Ladonai Kavod Va'oz, Havu Ladonai Kevod Shemaho, Se'u Mincha Uvo Lechatrotav. Turn the page and we'll sing one of these, or we'll say one of these poems from Song of Songs on page 14. You are my beloved, or you are beautiful, my beloved. You are beautiful with eyes like doves. You are handsome, my beloved, oh so graceful. Our couch is a flourishing garden, the beams of our house the cedars, the rafters the cypresses. I am a rose of Sharon, a lily of the valley. Like a lily among the thorns, so is my beloved among the young women. Like an apple tree in a vast forest, so is my beloved among the young men. In its shadow, desire grew in me, and I lingered, its fruit sweet on my tongue. Turn the page to page 15. Adonai molach tagel haaretz yismechu im rabim. Adonai reigns. One should have the same degree of expectation in welcoming Shabbat as one would have greeting a sovereign. Adonai reigns. Let the earth be glad, the many distant lands rejoice. Clouds and thick darkness surround the divine. Righteousness and justice secure God's throne. Fire goes before God, consuming besiegers round about. Flashes of lightning illumine the land. The earth watches and trembles. Mountains melt like wax at the approach of Adonai, at the approach of the Master of all the earth. The heavens tell of God's righteousness, and all the nations see God's glory. So we're staying on page 15 for a moment. There is a poem on the left side of the page, a poem to the paper bridge. I'm going to read it in English, and then I'm going to call Harvey up. He's going to tell us a little bit about the author and read it in Yiddish. A month or two ago, I just happened to pull this poem and read it on a Friday night, and because Harvey has this wealth of knowledge of Yiddish everything, he immediately recognized the author and the poem, and we joked about him reading it in Yiddish, but of course, we're following through tonight. So we're on page 15, a poem to the paper bridge. O paper bridge, lead me into your land, white and constant and mild. I am tired of the desert where manna was strewn, made of milk and honey and bread. A simple people with their earthen jugs, with children, with cattle, with tears, constructed a paper bridge of such strength it withstands the destruction of years. Lead me, paper bridge, in your land, the one we have built with honest hands. In the stark light of need and in pureness of heart, no person was tormented and no child shamed. There a sapling still blooms. There a rooster crows on. There the brilliance of daybreak announces a new dawn. Harvey?
So, thank you, Talia, and thank you for being a co-boat tonight. So Katya Moldovsky is a very well-known poet in Yiddish, and her work has been translated. And she's a really good lady. She's a tough lady. And she's also soft. She wrote poems for children, which have been published, have been translated, and she illustrated many of the poems. And she's a product of Warsaw in the 1920s and 1930s, when Yiddish life, Jewish life was really flourishing in the city among the intelligentsia, among poets and writers and all that. And then she saw what was going to be happening to her life and to everyone's life in Eastern Europe. And so she was able to come to the States and resume her life as a writer and as a poet and as an illustrator. And one of my favorite stories of hers is about this cafe where she overhears these conversations about people who have just arrived from Europe with their children who are now growing up in America, and how they want to give their children everything, and they feel good about being able to do so, so making a decent living and making enough money, but they feel that their children are so spoiled and becoming kind of too Americanized. And she kind of talks about that in the story. And it's just a wonderful story, and about how she feels about herself being an immigrant and coming with nothing, these children whose parents, were able to escape and now have a little bit of money, and they're able to do something for the kids, and the kids don't seem to be really appreciative of it. Anyway, so here we go. Vier meer papierene Brick in dein Land, was ich weiß, was ich mild und langweilig. Ich bin mir von der Midbar, wie es liegt schein der Mann von Bräut und von Milch und von Honig. That's the first, you can follow along. We'll follow, that's the first stanza. Man hat das poschete Volk mit die erdige Krieg, mit Kindern, mit Rinder, mit Rehren, a starke Gebäude, a papierine Brick, man soll sie nicht kennen, zerstören. Gebäude und geziert mit Flieglach a Sach, zum Himmel verscheppet a Treppe, die Bricks hat gesehen durch a Fliegel von Dach, hoch, schach und durch halbstücke Äpfel. hab ihr Vater gehört und ihr Räusch und ihr Schar in der Weichkeit von menschlicher Samet. Und ihr Kohl, ihr habt erkannt in dem Teich von Wort und a Stelzchen alten Malamed. Mein Herz hat geklemmt auf den Bruch in mein Stimm. A viele Zitter verteilt sich Holland. Allein hat gespannt, a Räuf, der Papierine Krieg, und ist übergegangen beschollen. So hat noch kein Mal, kein Abbruch mein Herz nicht gehabt, wenn a viele es hat getanzt, meine Tritt. Es kann sein, als der Säune, Enemy, hat gebrennt, efter ja, nur es wird nicht gesagt, als das hat geblieben. So hab schon Wunder und Person, wie ein Becher von Blumen. Hab schon Wunder gesehen, als Sach und Beton, wie lichtig steht während Sodom. Wie mir Paprik in der Hand, haben Gebäude mit ehrlicher Gehen von Gott und in von Herz, kein Minute gemattet, nicht verschämt. Dort liegt nur ein Bemel, dort kreit noch ein Hund, in der lichtige Schad, beginnen sagt on. And there a sapling still blooms, there a rooster crows on, there the brilliance of daybreak announces the dawn. Paper bridge, very flimsy, isn't it? I mean, you cross on a bridge, it's gonna fall apart on you. Yeah. Well, if you're gonna cross a paper bridge, you better be desperate. Number one. You better hope that the thing doesn't fall apart on you, and yet you're hopeful that you're able to bring everything that you want to bring with you to the other side. That's the last stanza here. There a sapling still blooms, there a rooster grows on, there the brilliance of daybreak announces a new dawn. So she has hope for these people who are crossing a very perilous way, a very perilous road, to come to something that they're really not very sure about, but they have hope that it's going to be working out for them. So that's what it is, Paper Bridge. It's a really nice poem. One of our other famous poems is Flyboys an andere Volk, choose another people. Whoa, because we're supposed to be the chosen people. Didn't work out so great during the 1930s and 1940s. And this is what she thinks about when she's at home in her new home in America. And she says, my God, why didn't you choose somebody else? She's of course being very ironic about this. Why did you choose us for this when you were supposed to have chosen us for a much better fate? So that's what it is. Good poem. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Harvey. I think maybe our version is a little abbreviated, and we'll have to, well, unless the Yiddish, has 3 words for every English word in translation. Well, maybe it does then. Otherwise, it seems like we were maybe missing a little something, but it's still so powerful. So thank you. We turn now to page 18 at the arrow. Lifnei Adonai ki ba lishbot haaretz, yishbot tevel b'tzedek, v'yamin b'mei sharim. And now, please join with me on page 21 for Mizmor LeDavid. Mizmor LeDavid. Havu Adonai b'nei Elim, Havu Adonai, Havod Vos, Havu Adonai, Kevod Shemo, Yishtachavu l'Adonai b'hadrat kodesh. Kol Adonai el hamayim, el hakavod hirim, Adonai el mayim rabim. Kol Adonai b'hadrat Kol Adonai Kol Adonai Shovei Zim Vaishaber Adonai et Arzei Halvanon Vayarkidim Kemo Egel Levanon Visirion Kemo Venreimim Kol Adonai Potzev Lavotesh Kol Adonai Yachil Midbar Yachil Adonai Midbar Kadesh Kol Adonai Yachole Ayalot Vayachasov Yarot Uke Kalo Kulo Kulo Mer Kavod Adonai Lama Shavayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam Adonai Lo Yitain Adonai Yevaharech Letamo Vashalom. We turn now to page 23 for L'Chadodi. I will do the first 3, 5, maybe 7, 9. We'll jump around a little bit. You know, choose your own adventure. Top of page 23. L'Chadodi li krakala yadadai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. L'Chadodi li krakala yadadai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad Ishmianu el hamyuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad L'shemo tiferet ve'litila L'Chadodi likrakala yadadai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela L'Chadodi likrakala yadadai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela Likrat Shabbat lechuven nechad ki hi mekor habrachah merosh mikedem nesifar sof ma'aseh b'machshavatila L'Chadodi likrakala yadadai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela L'Chadodi likrakala yadadai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela Migdash melech v'mechar kumitzei mitoch hafecha Rava Hashevet be'emecha b'cha Vehu yachamol elaychema L'Chadodi likrakala yadadai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela L'Chadodi likrakala yadadai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela Hitoriri, Kiva Oreh, Kumi Ori, Ori, Shirari, Kivoda, Nigla, L'Chadodi likrakala yadadai yadadai pnei Shabbat nekabela L'Chadodi likrakala yadadai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela Page 25. Yamin usmoti frotzi v'yeta Adonai taritzi Ayam harish ben parsi venis necha venagila lecha dodi likra kala yada 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala yada yada pnei Shabbat nekabela. We rise and turn toward the entrance. So even shalom, simcha v'tohala, tochem l'neim simcha, lecha dodi likra kala yada yada pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala yada pnei Shabbat nekabela. You may be seated. And we turn a couple pages to page 27 for Mizmor Shir. Mizmor Shir leYom HaShabbat Tov lehodot l'Adonai ulezamer l'shimcha elyon ulezamer l'shimcha elyon lehagid baboker chastelcha ve'emunatecha b'leilot Asu v'aleinavel alehi gayon bechino yadai Mizmor Shir leYom HaShabbat Tov lehodot l'Adonai ulezamer l'shimcha elyon ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. A psalm, the song of the day of Shabbat. It is good to thank you, Adonai, and sing to your name most high, to proclaim your love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night. Finger the lute, clef a harp, let the sound of the lyre rise up. You gladden me with your deeds, Adonai, and I shall sing of your handiwork. How wonderful are your works, Adonai, how subtle your designs. The arrogant do not understand, the fool does not comprehend this. The wicked flourish like grass, and every evildoer blossoms, only to be destroyed forever. But you, Adonai, are exalted for all time. Surely your enemies, Adonai, surely your enemies will perish. All who commit evil will be scattered. As a wild bull raises up its horn, you raised my head high, anointed it with fresh oil. As my enemies gather against me, my gaze remains steady, for my ears listen and hear. We are on page 28, middle of the page at the arrow. Sadikata hamar yifrom ke'erez bavanon shetu li behevet Adonai, Bechatzrot Eloheinu Yahweh Prifu Od Yenu B'Sei Deshenim Veronanim Yehu Yashau So now that we have welcomed in the Sabbath with our Kabbalat Shabbat service, we will now turn to page 39b and we rise for Barcho. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Vaed. You may be seated. Avir Yom Umevi Laila Umavdil Ben Yom Uben Laila Adonai Tzavot Shemo Al Chai V'Kayam Tamid Yimoch Aleinu Leolam Vaed Baruch Atah Adonai Hama'ari V'Aravim. We turn the page to page 40, Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Avtav Torah Mitzvot Chukim Umishpatim Otanu Limadeta Al Ken Adonai Eloheinu V'Shavenu V'Kumenu Nasiach B'Chukecha V'Nismach B'Divrei Toratecha U'V'Mitzvotecha Le'olam Va'ed Pihem Chayenu Ve'orech Yamenu Ve'orech Yamenu Uvahem Hegel Yomam V'Layla Yomam V'Layla V'Avachal Tasim Imenu Le'olamim Baruch Atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. We turn now to page 41, and Vicky will lead us in Shema and V'Ahavta via Zoom.
Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha v'b'chol nefshecha v'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anohi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam B'shivteha, b'vateha, uvlokteha, v'derek, v'shokbeha, ukumeha, okay. Sham tam leod al yadeha, v'hayu letotafo bein eneha, uktav tam, Al mezuzah beteha uvishareha.
Wonderful. Thank you, Vicky. We turn the page to page 42 silently. Adonai Elohechem Emet. We turn now to page 44. Umalchuto baratzon kiblu alehem Moshe Miriam u'vnei Yisrael lechanu shira v'simcha rabba v'amru kulam mi kamocha be'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh norah Tilot Osefele Malchutecha Rauvanecha Bokeyam Lifnei Moshe Ze Eli Anu V'Amru Adonai Yimlo Le'olam Va'ed V'Nemar Kipad Adonai Yaakov U'Ga'olo Miyachazak Mimenu Baruch Atah Adonai Yisrael. We turn to the bottom, page 45, and please stand if you are able. Ushmor tzeitenu avoenu l'chaim u'l'shalom me'atav yad olam ufros aleinu sukat shalom echa baruch atah Adonai hapor sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael V'al Yerushalayim. We remain standing as we turn to page 46, and I invite Aviva up to lead us in Vishamru.
Vishamru Bnei Yisrael et Shabbat La'asot et Shabbat V'dotam Beritolam. Vishamru Bnei Yisrael et Shabbat La'asot et Shabbat V'dotam Beritolam.
B'nai Uvein B'nai Yisrael,
Oti leolam, oti leolam, oti leolam. Vishamru Bnei Yisrael et Shabbat La'asot et Shabbat V'dotam Beritolam.
Ki Sheshet Yamim,
Asa Adonai et Hashamayim v'et ha'aretz v'shamru Bnei Yisrael et Shabbat La'asot et Shabbat V'dotam Beritolam.
Uvayom Hashvi,
Shabbat v'nafash, Shabbat v'nafash, Shabbat v'nafash, Vishamru Bnei Yisrael et Shabbat La'asot et Shabbat V'dotam Beritolam.
Thank you. We remain standing. We're in the middle of the page on 46 for Chatzi Kaddish. Yidal v'kadash shmei Rabba, v'yamad yivrach l'rutei, v'yamlif malchutei, b'chayefon v'yamechon, v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'meru, amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach, le'olam olam me'omayan, yibarach, Yibarach v'yishtabach v'yibar v'yitramah v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudashah v'richu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damihiram be'alma v'meru. Amen. Sorry, my mouth is very dry. We remain standing as we turn to page 47 for the Friday night silent Amida. The Amida continues through page 52. Please take some time to pray with the words in the Amida, or the words in your heart, and we will join together at the bottom of page 52 with Oseh Shalom. You may be seated when you've concluded your personal Amida. you are still davening, please continue. If you've concluded, please join with me at the bottom of page 52. Ose shalom bimromav, Yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'himru himru amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. May the one who creates peace on high bring peace to us and to all Israel and to all who dwell on earth. And we say, Amen. Please turn now to page 54. We rise again, if able, for the, page 53. And we rise. I was just wrong on the page number, 53, for the symbolic repetition of the Amida. Vayachulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzevam vayachol Elohim bayom hashvi'i melachto asher asa vayishbo bayom hashvi'i Mikol melachto asher asa, vayevarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i, vayikadesh oto, kivo shalom mikol melachto asher bara Elohim lasot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu. Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Konei Shamayim va'aretz, Magen Avot bidvaro, Mechayei Meitim b'mamaro, Ha'el Hakadosh she'en kamohu, Haminiach li'amo, B'yom Shabbat kodsho, Kivam ratzah le'niach lahem, Kivam ratzah le'niach lahem, Lefanav navo b'yirah pachad, V'nodeh lishmo tami, Me'on ha'brachot, hodot, Adon ha'shalom, Mekadesh ha'shabbat, U'varech shvi, U'meniach b'kedusha, Li'amedu shnei oneg, Zecher L'maaseh v'reshit. Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Ritzeh v'minuchatenu, Kadeshenu b'mitzvotecha, V'ten chalkenu b'toratecha, Sahamenu mituvecha, V'samchenu b'shuatecha, V'taher libeinu, V'yavdecha b'yemet, V'hamchilenu, Adonai Eloheinu, B'yahava u'ratzon, Shabbat kodshecha, V'yanuchu v'Yisrael, Mekadeshei shemecha, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. We're in the middle of page 54 for Kaddish Shalem. Yigadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah, v'yamad yivrachute, v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon v'mechon, u'chayedocho beit Yisrael, b'galav v'zman kariv v'meru, amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach, li'olam me'omaya yibarach, Yibarach v'yishtabach, v'yipar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudashah b'richu, le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, damiram b'yama v'yimeru, amen. Tikabel tzlod hon avad hon, dechol Yisrael, kadam avahon divishmaya v'yimeru, amen. Yeheshlam arabet min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru, amen. You may be seated temporarily, and I'll call Harvey up for announcements.
So the rabbi has arrived. He's got his stuff in his new office. And he's raring to start, which is going to be this coming Friday. And the next Shabbos, and should be wonderful. And so next Friday, my wonderful program chair and vice president is preparing beautiful oneg for all of us. So please spread the word to be here Friday night and again on Saturday morning for Cantor's debut. That's the big news. That's enough for now.
Thank you, Harvey. As most of you know, I do love a Friday night service. It's my favorite service. So I hope that it will be filled with ruach and joy next Friday and for many Fridays to come. I'm very much looking forward to it. And speaking of Friday nights, not just next Friday with Cantor Angress, but the following Friday is our religious school Shabbat. So please come support the kids, the teachers. They've been working hard, and spread the word so that we don't just have religious school families. We can have, the congregants coming and supporting all the kids. I think that they'll really appreciate that. The more vibrant it is, the better. So those are the big announcements. Yes. I believe so. Yes. Over the years, that's the biggest Jewish question. When do you have Shabbat services on a Friday night? But 6 o'clock is what we've done for, I think, the last 4 years or so. So we're sticking with it for now. It will be noticed if we change that. Everyone will be informed. All right, so we are going to turn to page 56. We'll start concluding our Shabbat service with Aleinu. Please rise if you are able, and I will face you for the microphone. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tei gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu keloye haratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'goralinu kechol hamonam. V'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melchei hamolchim hakadosh baruch hu shehu notei shamayim ve'yosed haaretz u'moshev yikaru b'shamayim imam u'shchinatu zo Big of him, Eromi, who Elohim knew, no, and Elohim knew, Bezulato, Pakamatu, Betorato, Viadatayo, Vahashevota, El Levaver. Ki Adonai hu Elohim b'shamayim mikol v'al haaretz mitachad Einod. Top of page 57. Al ken nakavel lecha Adonai Eloheinu liro mehera b'tiferet Juzecha lehavir gilulim min haaretz v'ha'elilim karodi karetun l'taken olam b'malchut Shaddai v'chol b'nei v'asar yikru v'shmecha Lehapnote lecha, horesh ve'aretz, yakiru v'yedu, kol yoshvei tevel, ki lecha tikra, kol berech tishava, kol lahashon, lefanecha Adonai Eloheinu, yigru ve'yipalu, v'litbal shimcha yikar yitenu, Bikablu kulam etol malchutecha v'tim l'chalehem le'olam va'ed ki al malchut shecha hi u'meyad tim lo bikavod kakatu b'toratecha Adonai lo le'olam va'ed v'ne'emon Adonai Bayom ha'am Shmoecha. You may be seated. We turn now to page 58 for Mourner's Kaddish. We remember those in our community who have passed. We remember the yort site. We observe the yort site of Julius Miller, father of Leslie Berman, Ann Miller Lipsey, mother of Leslie Berman, Esther Weisinger, sister-in-law of Judy Potofsky, Martha Cooper, mother of Roberta Ramo, Harriet Cohen Mustin, mother of Lyndon Bat Ashera, Leon Port, father of Beth Fold, Albert Pitkovsky, brother-in-law of Judith Pitkovsky, Richard Rubin, husband of Terry Lee Heller, Dorothy Bendersky, mother of Beatrice Grant and mother of Ruby Bendersky, Edward Greenfeld, father-in-law of Judy Greenfeld, Berkeley Frumkin, father of Janice Morans. Is anyone else observing a yurt site? Yes. Okay. Anyone else? Harry. Right. Anyone online joining us by Zoom or live stream?
Shirley Garden Swartz.
Okay.
And Perry Scarron.
For those who are observing a yurt site or in mourning, please rise and join with me on page 58. Yigadal v'kadash shemei rabbah, v'alma divra chirute, v'amlich malchute, v'chayefon u'vyomefon, u'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, bagala uvizman kariv v'emeru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach leolam elomei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudasha v'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damiran b'alma v'meru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'meru amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'meru amen. You may be seated. We turn now to conclude on page 62 with Yigdal. Please join with me. Yigdal Elohim chai ve'yishtabach nimsa v'yehenem tel mitziuto echad v'yachid keyihudo nelam v'gam ein sof le'achduto ein lo demut haguf v'yeino guf lo na'aroch alam kedushato Kadmon l'chol davar asher nivra Rishon v'en Reshit l'Reshito. Hino Adon Olam v'Ho Notzar Yoreh Gedulato Malchuto Shefan Nevuato Netano Al Anshe Segulato V'Tifarto Lo Kam B'Yisrael Kemoshe Navi Amabi Temunato Torah Temed Natan Liamoe Al Yad Nevi'o Neman Beito Lo Yachalifa Velo Yamir Dato Leo Lahami Lazulato Sofevio Dea Setarenu Mabit Lesotava Bikad Mato Gomel Ish Chased Kemi Palo Noten Larahasha Kirishato Yishlach Laketz Yamim Mishichenu Livdot Machake Ketz Yeshuato Metim Yifayel Vero Pasto Baruch Adeh Shem Tehilato Metim Yifayel Vero Pasto Baruch Adeh Shem Tehilato. Shabbat Shalom to everyone. Please join me on the bima for Kiddush. And I just realized that it was probably actually dark enough to light candles. You know, it's that weird time of year where, is it quite sundown yet? But we're going to turn back to page 55 for Kiddush. Those of you who are joining us at home, please grab some wine, a Kiddush cup, and join us in just a minute as we make our way up here. Sabri Faberai, Baruch Adonai, Elohim, melech haolam, let me grind. God. You know, there's days where I get up there and I forget the word because I'm like, it's a Friday. I can't think of even think of the whole thing. Next Friday, I'm gonna be.
Oh, I heard that. The West, who's lost some business in this because of the anti-Semitic.
Yes, let me say goodbye to everyone. Shabbat shalom. Bye to everyone online. Yes, you are right, Harry.
I'm glad you lost the business.
Mhm.